Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shishi Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai, Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashata Rashata Shishmar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shri Gurudeva Ki Jai, Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashata Rashata Shishmar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashata Rashata Shishmar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupara Shatarashata Shishmar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupara Shatarashata Shishmar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityal Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Shilagorksharas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityal Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhuma Shila Jagannathas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Nugagoriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadasa Gunath Shar Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. Nama Chai Shri Hari Das Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Sarva Abhishta Pradata Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kunda Ki Jai. Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya Ki Jai, Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Shri Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupad Shrimad Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupad Shrimad Bhakti Vallabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashata Rashata Shishmad Bhakti Dayita Mādhava Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. Golden, sorry, why do I keep on saying golden? I keep on saying golden volcano of divine love. Volcanic energy Ki Jai. Shri Harinam, Shri Kartik Vrat Ki Jai, Kartik Vrat Niyam Seva Ki Jai, Urja Vrat Ki Jai, Urjeshwari Raseshwari Shri Vrishabhanu Nandini Shrimati Radha Thakurani Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams. Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Shubhananda Prabhu, Kishore Krishna Prabhu, and let's see on YouTube and Facebook. One second. My meetings. And I see there's one person watching on YouTube or Facebook, but there's no comment, so I don't know who it is. Okay, so continuing on reading from this beautiful book, Volcanic Energy. Let me just get it opened up. Forgot to do that before. Volcanic Energy by Śrīmad Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Goswami Maharaj. So we're now on the 6th part of this book, Following in the Footsteps. Oh shoot. Oh my god. Sorry. I really need to get on top of my to-do list. I'm just going to write something down before I forget. Start preparing Russian songs. Okay. Need to prepare the Russian translations for all the songs for the new version of the Gaudiya Kirtan app. All right. Following. I like dark mode. One second. Display dark mode on. There.
Dark mode is already on.
Okay. I didn't need that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Sorry about that. Okay. Following the footsteps of Sri Guru. Okay, Kishore, do I speak Russian? No, not at all. For the Gaudiya Kirtan app, we're adding in translations of all the songs in Russian, German, Spanish, few different other languages. And so I just need to find I have the Russian songbook, and I just need to extract all the translations in Russian, and then put the code that goes in the Gaudiya Kirtan app, and then a devotee named Radharaman, he's going to move all those translations into the app. But I don't speak Russian at all. No, I don't. I only barely speak English. Could we add Mahārāti? I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, right now, the Gaudiya Kirtan app, you can get all the texts in Mahārāti, but if there are translations of the songs in Mahārāti, then definitely we can add them. Yeah. Hari Bol Krishnamai Didi. Okay. I had to go to different devotees who translated the songs in, like all the songs I transliterated, so like the words of the Sanskrit and the Bengali, like the original verses of the words, those are all translated into many different languages. I think Marathi also. But the translations, like the meaning of the songs, the anuvad, that I have to get from individual devotees who've translated them. And so I've done that for a few languages. But okay, yeah, that would be great. Okay. Following the footsteps, let me just see if anybody turned up in that moment to see. Oh, nobody. Wow, it's just us here in Zoom. Okay. Following the footsteps of Sri Guru. Never pass up the opportunity to serve the Vaishnavas. Okay, we're reading from Volcanic Energy by Srila Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Gosvāmī. Guru Mahārāja organized a 3-day festival at the Vrindavan branch of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math for the installation of the deities. On the first day of the festival, a wonderful feast was arranged for all the Vaishnavas from the different mats in Vrindavan. On the second day was a feast for the Rajpandas and their families. And on the third day was a feast for general people, and the Vaishnavas and Pandas were again invited. Guru Maharaj spent more than 20,000 rupees on the festival. In those days, one can purchase 2.5 kilograms of flour for 1 rupee. Oh my God. At that time, we did not have a proper kitchen in the mutt. All the cooking was done in a room with a temporary tin shed. Seeing this situation, someone told Guru Maharaj, "With the amount of money you spent on this festival, you could have built 8 rooms in the mutt." Guru Maharaj replied, "Later, we may find so many people willing to contribute to the construction of rooms that we will run." He said that later we may find so many people willing to contribute to the construction of rooms that we will run out of space in the mutt. But the opportunity we have received to serve many senior Vaishnavas at one time and in one place will never again present itself. With this mood, Guru Maharaj organized great festivals in many places like Yashada, Guwahati, Kolkata, Puri, and other locations, and invited all the Vaishnavas. Wow, I really love that way of thinking. Taking full advantage of the opportunity to serve Vaishnavas. After the disappearance of my Shiksha Guru, Śrīmad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, Sri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj, the Mat in charge of Sri Keshavji Gauriya Math in Mathura, sent a letter to Guru Maharaj under the direction of Sri Bhaktivedanta Vaman Maharaj, the then Acharya of Sri Gauriya Vedanta Samiti. He wrote, "We will be coming for darshan of Sri Vrindavan Dham under the auspices of Sri Gauriya Vedanta Samiti. If you were to kindly allow, we would like to stay in Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math with our entire party for many days. Please inform us of your decision so that we may make all the required arrangements." That's a pretty big ask. Chaitanya Gauriya Math is already pretty massive. I mean, like so many devotees in Chaitanya Gauriya Math. So can we use your mat for, let's see what. In his reply, Guru Maharaj wrote, "We will indeed be extremely pleased to have your association here. However, we have one condition. While staying with us, do not make any independent arrangements for cooking. Your entire party will have to accept the same prasad that is being cooked and honored by the sannyasis and brahmacharis of our mutt. If you find this condition acceptable, then you can plan your schedule as per your convenience. Guru Maharaj then said to us, "Just see, the Vaishnavas have very mercifully given us an opportunity to serve them. A most appropriate opportunity to render service has knocked on our door, and it is our duty to take full advantage of it. Because they may someday acquire a place of their own in Vrindavan, this opportunity may never come again." Some years after the disappearance of Guru Maharaj, my godbrother, Shri Bhakti Prapanna Tapasvi Maharaj, once went to Haridwar with 10 devotees and stayed at a branch of Shri Gauriya Vedanta Samiti in Kankal in Haridwar. There, the Mata in charge requested Shri Tapasvi Maharaj to make separate arrangements for cooking. When Shri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj, who just so happened to be there at the time, saw Shri Tapasvi Maharaj cooking separately, he chastised the Mata in charge, saying, "When we went to Vrindavan for darshan and stayed at Shri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, Shripad Madhav Gosvāmī Maharaj perfectly arranged for the accommodations and prasad of our entire party for many days. And you cannot arrange prasad for even 10 devotees? And that too for only 2 days?" The Mata in charge then requested Shri Tapasvi Maharaj not to cook separately, and from then on, the prasad for all the devotees was prepared by the residents of the Mat. We found out about this incident only because Shri Tapasvi Maharaj narrated it to us. At that time, I told Tapasvi Maharaj that this is the quality of Vaishnavas. They remember and follow the conduct of their Guru Vargas and feel deeply indebted to them. It's a really nice story, huh? There is no lack of space in the heart of a Vaishnav. Sri Satyavrat Prabhu, a disciple of Sri Śrīmad Bhakti Vichar Jajavar Goswami Maharaj, once visited us with a desire. He visited us with a desire to reside at our Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math in Kolkata, which at that time was located in a rented house. In those times, we would have to cook rice 2 or 3 times every meal, because the pot we used for cooking rice was small in size, and we did not have enough money to purchase a larger pot. Feeling a little uneasy upon hearing Sri Satyavrat Prabhu's desire, one brahmachari said to Guru Maharaj, "Because there are too many devotees staying here, we must constantly bear many inconveniences. How will we be able to accommodate even one more person?" Guru Maharaj replied, "He will stay wherever we stay and honor whatever prasad we honor. He has no special or extra demands, and so there is no need to make any separate arrangements for him. It is our duty to assist Vaishnavas in their bhajan. For true Vaishnavas, there is never any dearth of space. If there is any deficiency, it is in the heart alone and should be removed." I love that. For true Vaishnavas, there is never any dearth of space. If there is any deficiency, it is in the heart alone and should be removed. Other than this, there is no deficiency that can ever become an obstacle in our service to the Vaishnavas. I'm saving that one. There were once 3 highly exalted Vaishnavas residing in 3 different parts of South India. After hearing of each other's respective qualities, they decided to visit Sri Rangakshetra unbeknownst to each other. So they all decided to visit Sri Rangakshetra unbeknownst to each other with the desire to meet one another. Thus, they separately departed for their journey from their respective places. Along the way, they encountered a heavy storm with strong winds and pouring rain. One of them found an old small cottage-like place with a door and took shelter there. Because he was exhausted from the journey, he somehow managed to lie down in that place, despite its small size. After some time, he heard a knock at the door. A voice from outside said, Who is the great personality residing here? Can he mercifully give me shelter here for some time? The Vaishnava inside the room opened the door and asked the traveler to come inside. The Vaishnava outside the room looked at the room and said, "It is only with great difficulty that you yourself can lay in this place. If I were to come in, you would be very uncomfortable. Do not worry, I will try to find another place." The other Vaishnava said, "Although the place is small for the two of us to lie down, it is big enough for us to sit and pass the night happily without any inconvenience. Please be merciful to me and come inside without any hesitation." Agreeing to his proposal, the Vaishnava standing outside seated himself inside the small room. They had just started speaking Harikatha when they heard a knock at the door. Outside was another person asking if he could take shelter in the room. When they opened the door, the Vaishnava standing outside saw only the two Vaishnavas could sit in the very small room, and was hesitant to go inside and inconvenience them. Understanding his mood, the Vaishnava sitting inside said, "If two of us can spend the night sitting, then why can't the three of us spend the whole night standing? Please come inside. We shall engage in Harikatha." In this way, because there is no deficiency of any sort in their hearts, they happily spent the whole night engaged in Harikatha, and their pleasure knew no bounds, especially when they realized that they were all visiting Sri Rangakshetra only to meet each other. You should heed this story and somehow adjust to accommodate Sri Satyavrat Prabhu during the heavy storm that has presently hit Gaudiya Math. This storm will eventually pass. Later, you will not only remember this occasion and consider yourself fortunate to have received such association, but you will also pray to again obtain such association without caring for the external inconveniences. Wow. These stories are so inspiring, huh? The generosity, the big-heartedness of a Vaishnava. This is our ideal. Hari Bol Vijñāna Prabhu and Mantaramurti Mataji. And I see, well, there were 4 other people, but not 3 other people. His neutrality. A disciple of Śrīmad Bhakti Hriday Ban Gosvāmī Mahārāja once expressed a desire to reside with us in Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math. When I asked Guru Mahārāja for permission, he said, "It is our duty to aid in the bhajan of whosoever wishes to come and reside in our math. There is no need to inquire for me or seek my permission on this subject in the future. However, if someone is coming from another math, you should first seek the advice of his Gurudev. Or if his Gurudev is not easily contactable, you should consult with his math in charge before accepting him as a resident of our math." As per the instructions of Guru Mahārāja, I approached Srila Ban Gosvāmī Mahārāja and humbly submitted the proposal to him. "One of your brahmachari disciples desires to stay in the Kolkata branch of our Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, but we shall agree to it only if you have no objection." He replied that he had no objection. Later, when the Oriental Institute established by Srila Ban Gosvāmī Mahārāja was attacked by dacoits, he wrote to us requesting us to send that disciple of his, who is physically very strong, so that he could help provide security for the math. At that time, Guru Mahārāja described to the brahmachari in detail the glories and importance of rendering Guru Seva, having firm, unflinching faith in Guru, and sincerely following the words emanating from the lotus lips of Sri Guru. Having sufficiently made the brahmachari understand the significance of Sri Guru's glories, Guru Mahārāja made the necessary arrangements for his journey to Vrindavan. Affectionate concern for pilgrims. Whenever Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math would host a parikrama of Sri Rajmandal, Guru Mahārāja would give us many instructions regarding the arrangement of the pilgrims' prasad and accommodations. He would not only instruct us to engage in Vaishnava Seva in such a way that the Vaishnavas would be pleased, but would also himself serve in this way. We were all utterly astonished to see the dedication with which he served the Vaishnavas. Once, when we were in Nandagram during Vrajmandal Parikrama, it rained heavily during the night. Everyone was peacefully sleeping in their respective rooms, but Guru Maharaj awoke as soon as he heard raindrops falling on the roof of the Dharmashala of the guest house. He got up from his bed, woke me up, and ordered me to go and check the pilgrims outside. He told me to check the pilgrims' outside tent for leaks. I tried to pacify Guru Maharaj by saying, "We have constructed an earthen ridge around the tent. It is impossible for water to find its way inside." Still, Guru Maharaj was not satisfied. He said, "I will only be able to sleep after you personally go down and check that all is okay." On Guru Maharaj's order, I inspected the tent and reported to Guru Maharaj, "Everything is fine and the pilgrims are resting peacefully. Not a drop of water has entered the tent. The waterproof tent has 2 flaps, so there is no possibility of rain entering from the canopy. You can sleep without any worries." Guru Maharaj then said, "It would be good if you could check the condition of the tents on the rooftop as well." I found myself in a dilemma. On one hand, it would be impossible for me to enter the tents on the roof, as they were occupied by ladies. On the other hand, it is my duty to carry out the order of Sri Guru. Although I was unsure about what to do, I took Guru Maharaj's torch and headed for the tents on the rooftop. As I walked up the stairs, I happened upon my godbrother, Sri Vishnudas, later known as Sri Bhakti Vaibhav Aranya Maharaj, after accepting sannyas. And Vishnudas told me without my asking, "The tent on the roof is fine, no water has entered inside, and everything is safe." After I mentioned this to Guru Maharaj, he was greatly relieved. He asked, "Did you inquire from other devotees too?" I replied, "Yes, I received this information from Sri Vishnu Prabhu." Hearing this, Guru Maharaj became pacified and lay on his bed. Before falling asleep, he exquisitely describes the unlimited mercy of Sri Bhagavan, Bhagavan's parental affection for his devotees, and his own responsibility during the parikrama, and he expressed his sincere gratitude for all the devotees assisting him in his service. Service to the Vaishnavas should be sincere and heartfelt, not commercial. Hari Bol, Ganga Mataji. Once, when Guru Maharaj was daily performing kirtan and giving discourses in Goalpara, Assam, some devotees who lived in the mountains far away would ride their bicycles approximately 20 kilometers each way to attend Guru Maharaj's programs. One day it rained heavily during the evening program and continued raining after the katha had finished. Guru Maharaj called for me and my godbrother Sri Madhavananda Prabhu and said, "Go and arrange for prasad and accommodations for all the devotees who have travelled from the mountains by bicycle. These devotees have commuted a far distance to hear spiritual discourses with deep faith. We should serve them whenever an opportunity arises. Their commute to hear Harikatha is non-different from performing Dham Parikrama." Their commute to hear Harikatha is non-different from performing Dham Parikrama. The true benefit of performing Dham Parikrama is achieved only when one visits the Dham with Pranay Bhaktas, devotees who possess transcendental love for Bhagavan and his devotees, and hears Harikatha and Kirtan from their lotus lips. Because the place where pure self-realized devotees of Bhagavan, Vishuddha Bhaktas, the place where they reside is non-different from Vrindavan, those who visit such pure devotees should be served in the same manner as those who visit the Dham for Parikrama. Such service should be sincere and heartfelt. It should not be commercial. The ideal way of serving pilgrims is by following the example of Sri Shivananda Sen. I'm going to save this, I like this point. Sri Shivananda Sen would serve the devotees traveling from Bengal to Puri during their yearly journey to visit Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He would affectionately provide whatever the pilgrims required for their respective devotional practices, and he thereby received immense spiritual benefit. Similarly, we too will receive great benefit by providing the Vaishnavas with whatever they may need, and we will not expect anything in return. Everyone in this material world is concerned only for his own personal benefit. So why should we not be concerned about our own spiritual benefit? Those who serve pilgrims with great sincerity will definitely receive the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, just as Sri Shivananda Sen did. Guru Maharaja's words filled our hearts with a rapturous, transcendental desire to dance in ecstasy. With this great joy in our hearts, we enthusiastically arranged for the pilgrim's stay for the entire journey. Helping and serving the Vaishnavas as a principle, not for saving money. Once, when we organized a pilgrimage of North India, Śrīmad Bhakti Sambandha Akinchana Gosvāmī Mahārāja suggested to Guru Maharaj, if we can skip Dakwar, Ujjain, and other nearby places we originally planned to visit, our journey will be reduced by 1,000 kilometers. This will save us money, which can then be used in the service of the Math. Hearing this, Guru Maharaj said in English, my principle is to help and serve the devotees, not to save money. I have brought these pilgrims in order to serve them, not to profit from them. Moreover, these pilgrims have expressed their full faith in us and are traveling with us as if they are our dependents. They will visit these places maybe only once or twice in their entire life. It is completely inappropriate to cheat them. The topmost method of serving prasad. Once, Guru Maharaj organized a large festival at the Gokul branch of Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math and invited all the local pandas, all the priests. In those days, the pandas would accept prasad only from the hands of those who have been born in Brahmana families. For this reason, Guru Maharaj engaged his Brahman-born disciples in serving the pandas. While the prasad was being served, Guru Maharaj stood nearby and called out for the sevaks by their surnames. He called out for the sevaks by the surnames they used prior to joining the Math, just so the pandits would know for sure that they were being served by familial brahmanas. He called out to me, "O Narottam Chakravarti, serve the chickpea flour laddus to everyone." As I served the laddus, he pointed at Sri Sohan Lal Panda and indicated via hand gestures that I should serve him as many laddus as I could fit in my two hands. Although Guru Maharaj had told me not to count the number of laddus a person has served, still, being curious to know how many laddus Sohan Lal Panda could eat, I kept count. In the first serving, I gave Sohan Lal Panda 20 laddus, which he ate very easily. Guru Maharaj then indicated that I should again give him another 2 handfuls of laddus, without asking if he'd like more. Again, he ate every single laddu on his plate, one by one. Guru Maharaj stood smiling, happy at heart, and continued signaling to give Sohan Lal Panda more and more laddus. While eating the laddus, Sohan Lal Panda also ate kachoris, puris, buttermilk, and other preparations. It wasn't until he had eaten 80 laddus that he asked me to stop serving him more. At that time, some guests were honoring prasad in Guru Maharaj's room, as well as in the courtyard outside his room. I served prasad at those 2 places also. As I was serving there, Sohan Lal Panda quickly got up and left, taking his leaf plate with him to throw it in the garbage bin. Seeing that Sohan Lal Panda himself had to throw away his own leaf plate, Guru Maharaj became very angry and said, "Is there no one in the Math? The entirety of our spiritual merits has gone away. Even the most ordinary people abide by the saying, Atiti Devo Bhava. An uninvited guest is a representative of the Lord. Can we not understand the proper mood? Can we not understand the proper mood we should have while serving a formally invited guest? Should an invited guest be given a chance to throw away his own leaf plate? I became very frightened to witness Guru Mahārāja's anger. Noticing my fright, Guru Mahārāja said, I saw that you were serving prasad at 2 or 3 places. I will take that into consideration. But what are the other residents of the mott doing? If invited guests are not served with dignity, then the host will be at fault, not the servants. Guru Mahārāja later told all the sevaks, our guests should be served as much prasad as they desire without them having to ask. Otherwise, they may feel shy or embarrassed to ask for more. In order to assess our guests' individual tastes, we should keep a close eye on their respective plates and serve each of them accordingly. This is the topmost method of serving prasad. A guest should be served whatever he or she has taste for, without hesitation. Guru Mahārāja possessed an astonishing deep desire to satisfy everyone in every possible way. Kishore said that Param Guru Mahārāja Srila Bhakti Mādhava Gosvāmī Mahārāja would often say sentences in English. Yes, Shivananda Rule is a really great lesson. Yes, very inspiring. Vaishnavas are the complete opposite of miserly. They're the most generous and most carefully serve everybody. There is no loss in giving. Oh, just one interesting thing, Kishore, about English. I went to the Haribol Champak Mataji. I didn't notice you before. Haribol. Yeah. So when I was at at number 1 Ultadanga Junction road, where at Bhakti Vinod Asan, like the first center of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, I saw on the wall his last will, and it was written in English. And my brother asked, I think it was my brother, he asked, why did he write his last will in English? Why wasn't it in his own language? And the Sundar Gopal Prabhu who took us there, he's doing a lot of research on all this. So he explained that when there is like a very official statement, that lots of times they would say it in English because there'd be less room to interpret it in a different way, or like it would be more I don't know, like something like that. Like it would be, I don't know. he just mentioned that point, and I thought that, I just thought that was interesting. So I'm wondering if that is why he would speak in English sometimes, because it'd be like a different, people would have to pay more attention, and it was like, Bengali also is a very vague language. Things could be interpreted in many different ways. Okay. That's the thing. English is so specific, and so sometimes it's difficult to translate. And you see actually the minds of English speakers, lots of times with more subtle topics, they want a really clear, straightforward, like black and white answer. But that's not how it works lots of times. And sometimes it's difficult for that to come through in translations. Okay, there's no loss in giving. There is no loss in giving. Oh, okay. During the course of Sri Vrajmandal Parikrama, pilgrims would stay in large camps that had been set at various locations. At every such location, Guru Mahārāja would send various amounts of siddha, that's uncooked grocery items such as rice, pulses, flour, sugar, and vegetables. He would give these various amounts of siddha to each of the local pandas' houses according to the number of members in their respective families. Oops. Many times my godbrother, Sri Bhakti Prasad Puri Maharaj, would avoid or attempt to delay sending these items to the Pandas. But Guru Maharaj would never allow such neglect. He told Sri Puri Maharaj, "A crop is only as good as the seed from which it has grown. Therefore, an intelligent farmer sows good quality seeds at the most appropriate time. There is never any harm in sowing seeds in the soil. In fact, merely one sown seed provides a farmer with the gift of many more seeds. Therefore, the act of giving never leads to a shortage for the giver. Whatever is destined for us shall always remain with us." Oh, I like that one. I'm going to save that as a quote. Actually, let me just go back a little bit. I'll just say this whole thing. Why not? Okay. Then he said, "Listen carefully to the following story, which I heard in my childhood. Once an astrologer told someone, 'You are destined to always have 1.25 rupees with you. You will never accrue more, nor will you possess less.' That person was very kind and charitable in nature. He never failed to give something to any visitors he would receive. Still, he would always be left with a balance of 1.25 rupees. One day, when he happened to again meet with that same astrologer, he said, 'You told me that I am destined to have only 1.25 rupees in my possession, but I've distributed hundreds of rupees to many people.' The astrologer said, 'Brother, whatever you donated to others was not destined to be yours. It belonged to them, as per their respective destinies. Even if you were to desire so, you would never be able to give away something destined for you. Therefore, please continue donating whatever is practically feasible. This will never result in any shortage for you. Whatever the receiver takes is destined for him. You are merely the medium through which he receives it.' This teaching had a profound effect on Sri Bhakti Prasad Puri Maharaj. From that point until his last day in this world, he served everyone, including the Pandas, by all possible means." The symptoms of a truly successful festival. Whenever Guru Maharaj would organize a grand festival in any of his mats, he would be sure to honor not only the sannyasis and brahmacharis, but every conscious being in attendance with special attention. He instructed us that although the deities are offered fresh garlands every day, on festival days they should be offered garlands made from the most exquisite flowers. Similarly, although they are adorned with clean clothes every day, on festival days they should be dressed in extraordinarily beautiful new clothes and lavishly decorated with ornaments. All their paraphernalia, like Krishna's flute, should also be special for the day of a festival. And the cows in the Mat's Goshala, the cowshed, should be served high-quality feed that is different from their daily diet. All hired persons serving in the Mat, laborers, masons, guards, and others, should also be offered something special on the day of a festival. A festival will be successful only when all these activities have been performed. Such was the magnanimity of Guru Maharaj's vision towards everyone and everything. I like this one also. I'm just going to save this part. Okay. I've been using an app called Readwise, and whatever I highlight on any website, on my Kindle, on here or anywhere else, it gets sent to one place automatically. And then they send then they send like some of my highlights to my email every single day. It's a really cool service. So then anything that I come across, it doesn't just get lost, or it's just in some random place and it highlighted in a book, but it'll actually come up to me at different occasions to remind me. Engaging servants according to their respective natures. Once I was with Guru Mahārāja sitting outside of his bhajan kutir in the Mayapur branch of Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math. So when I was sitting there and outside of Guru Mahārāja's bhajan kutir, all the Math's cows came and stood next to us. Guru Mahārāja asked, "Why have all these cows come here?" My godbrother, Sri Bhagavan Das, who later became Sri Bhakti Niketan Turyaswami Mahārāja after sannyas, he replied, "They came because Narottam Prabhu is here." That's Srila Bhaktivedanta Bhāratī Gosvāmī Mahārāja's brahmachari name. "Why is that?" Guru Mahārāja asked. "He serves the cows nowadays." Guru Mahārāja then said to me, "Bring the cows something to eat, otherwise it will be a breach of etiquette." On Guru Mahārāja's order, I went to a nearby garden, picked many ripe guavas, and then returned to give them to Guru Mahārāja. Guru Mahārāja then spread out the guavas on the ground on an elevated courtyard, and the cows lovingly ate them. Guru Mahārāja smiled when he saw this. He then took 10 rupees from his pocket and gave it to me, saying, "Bring 40 kilograms of dried mustard seed and paddy, from which oil has already been extracted, and feed it to the cows." After I did this, Guru Mahārāja spoke extensively about how Sri Krishna lovingly served his cows and calves in Vraj. This katha inspired me to serve the cows in the Mayapur Math, whose lives were completely dedicated to enthusiastically serving Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohanji. On this inspiration, I would bathe all the cows and calves with Lifebuoy brand soap once a week. Lifebuoy brand soap once a week, and give them food according to their individual tastes, which I discovered by carefully observing them. He understood the cows' individual tastes, what things they liked especially. Just 2 days ago, Lalit Kishore told me about one devotee in Wales who knew that his cows especially loved digestive biscuits. And so Lalit Kishore, on his, I forgot when she gave it to him, but on any special occasion, on his birthday or something, she'd give him tons of digestive biscuits for his cows, because that's what would make him most happy. When Śrīmad Bhakti Kamal Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj once saw the effulgent bodies of our cows, he asked me, "Who serves these cows?" I replied, "I do, Maharajji." "What is your name?" he asked. "Narottam Brahmachari." "No, I want to know the surname you used prior to joining the Math." "I was previously known as Narottam Chakravarti." "Chakravarti, you say?" "Yes." "Chakravarti, you say?" "Yes. You have come from a Brahmana family. This is why you are serving them so nicely. One of my disciples does not serve the cows because he possesses a superiority complex. He says, 'Why should I serve cows? I am a brahmachari. I should serve Thakurji.' Well, I can plainly see that Sri Mādhava Maharaj knows very well whom to engage in which services. His affection for Sri Krishna's bovine servants. One second. Just checking the comments again. I just like to check every now and then in case somebody left a comment. Ugh. Why is it? Oh, oops, that's why. Hey, what happened? Oh, Rukmini Didi, Haribol. I didn't notice you before. And Vidyalalasa Didi. Oh, it's buoy. Okay, life buoy. Oh, cool, you use read writers as well. Awesome. Vidyalalasa Didi, Haribol. Okay, so his affection for Sri Krishna's bovine servants. In Kolkata, a judge once donated a cow to Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj arranged for Sri Udharan Prabhu to take that cow to the Mayapur branch of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math. Later, another person donated another cow to Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj sent that cow to Sri Dham Mayapur also. That same year, Guru Maharaj awarded sannyas to my godbrothers, Pujapad Bhakti Vallabha Tirtha Maharaj, Shri Bhakti Lalit Giri Maharaj, Shri Bhakti Prasad Ashram Maharaj, and others, and then took them along with him to visit various holy places. In the meantime, the cowherd boy who was looking after the cows in the Mayapur Mutt demanded a monthly fee of 16 rupees for his services instead of the agreed upon 8 rupees he was currently receiving. He wanted double. I sent a letter to Sri Jagmohan Prabhu in Kolkata and asked him if he could spare one sevak to serve the cows. He replied in his letter, "It appears that Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ji wish for you to serve the cows." Sorry, one second. Okay, so it appears that Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ji wish for you to serve the cows. I have no one here in Kolkata for whom I can send to assist you. Meanwhile, Guru Maharaj informed me by letter. The cows complain to me in a dream that they are not being served properly. Whoa. Considering Guru Maharaj and Sri Jagmohan Prabhu's statements to be the order of Guru and Vaishnavas, I served the cows to the best of my ability. When Guru Maharaj returned to Sri Dham Mayapur, he offered pranam and flower garlands to the cows and gave them something to eat. I asked him whether the cows were still complaining to him. He smiled and replied, "No, they do not complain to me anymore." Guru Maharaj saw all cows as Krishna's topmost servants and was extremely pleased to see them being served nicely. When you go to Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj's Samadhi, at, what is it called? I think it's called Trigunatit Ashram. It's right next to the Ganga, right next to the Gauranga Setu bridge. I'm not sure if any of you have been there. But when you go there, there is the Samadhi pits of all the disciples of Srila Bhakti Pragyan, like all the sannyasis of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and many senior devotees like that. And so, sorry, my brain went blank. Oh yeah, so when you're there, you'll see, so many samadhis, maybe like, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe like 40 samadhis or something like that. And among those samadhis, you'll see the samadhi of Dhavali Dhenu, that was a cow, that was during Param Gurudev's time. I noticed another one, actually, there's one on the side that's like really prominent, and it says Dhavali Dhenu. And then I saw another one also for another cow. Like among all the sannyasis, sometimes there's like cow samadhi pits, sannyasi samadhi pit, like that. With like a big beautiful, tombstone. Yeah. What were you going to say, Nidhi Hari Prabhu?
I think she's the one that used to go upstairs to visit Param Gurudev, wasn't it? Yeah, but
I don't know that story.
Remember the story? Didn't she go visit Param Gurudev every day, going upstairs? And I tell you, we have cows, and cows do not like to go up the hill. It's difficult for them. And this was a stair.
It went up on the Vyasa.
Wow.
He went up on the Vyasa too?
Yeah, that's what Anjali.
Anjali mentioned that?
Yeah. She
told me. Yeah.
She said the cow would go up to sit
Can you talk a little?
with Bhakti Prangana Keshava Maharaj. The cow would go up to sit on the Vyasa.
But she went upstairs.
Yeah. Then you had to go up the stairs to get into the temple, and then you had to go up to get onto the Vyasa.
Yes. And
wow.
We and talking about taste, we have 2 cows at our place. Yeah. And also one of them is giving us milk now for 3 years, 4 years, and she never had a calf.
Wow. Amazing.
Her name is Jamuna, and she does have a particular taste. different than Bahula. They're sisters, and we had them since they were 3 months old, and we had like they're small lots. They're like a fifth of an acre, so we had 2 lots put together, and then we bring feed from outside. We bring alfalfa. They love alfalfa, you know. But we have also a grove of coconut trees.
I love coconut palms.
And so coconut palms, they eat everything from the green coconut palm to the dry ones, because they like dried alfalfa. They dried like they can.
The little tiny
And then
coconuts that are
the
size of
trees,
a golf
when
ball.
the breezes, the coconuts starting to get when they start they're like little tiny, maybe half of the size of an apple, like a guava size, like that. And they love that. They're like the treat, like. And they're so powerful jaws. They're like, yeah. So I don't understand, devotees. They're really pushing really hard on vegan service to the deities, where they won't even want to serve anything that pertains to the cows, as thinking no ghee, nothing like that, because they think that's exploitation, and they consider milk like a poisonous thing or something like that. Worse, and they're like, but
No, we're meant to be. Our whole culture is around serving cows. So
exactly.
That's everything. That's our goal. That's everything for us. And how many purports of Srila Prabhupada? That was something I loved when we're reading through Śrīmad Bhagavatam through the purports. You could probably make a whole book with all the quotes of Srila Prabhupada on the glories of cow service and milk and all these things. Yeah.
Yeah. They said, this comment, they say, oh, I'm vegan and this is rare. No, it's not rare. In Honolulu, there's 2 sevakas. They're a couple, and they refuse to do any service unless it's all vegan. And they're cooking for the temple, and like that, and for the restaurant and like that. So I'm nothing against the diet, because even Dhruva Maharaj, some of the yogis ended up only eating leaf of trees, but the 6 Gosvāmīs, that they only have Raghunath Das only had like a little cup of buttermilk, and so I just seen it.
And Champak Mataji, like what you're saying, it is really horrible how cows are so poorly treated in these farms and stuff like that. And so that's why the way we combat it is by serving the cows ourselves.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly. And we rescue cow. We rescue about 300 cows, almost 500 cows with Bhāratī. There was a dairy that was closing, and Bhāratī worked so hard. I mean, with money we're collecting and our own money, we got 44 cows up in our land, and we ran out of grass. They eat so much. I mean, it's just and so we had to feed them about $600 a day of feed. Hawaii is so expensive, everything's imported, and there's so much land. It's all topsy-turvy and upside down. They don't want self-sufficiency. They don't want farms. They don't want dairy. So this was the last dairy that would stand. And yes, it was an industrial dairy, so it was horrible. They didn't mistreat the cows, but they would. The practice is that when the cow doesn't give milk anymore, they send it to slaughter. And so we were trying to create a program of ahimsa, an ahimsa certification, and that would encourage devotees to have a small herds and like that. But it became really against the government rules and regulations, and they consider cow dung as contaminating and poisonous when it's the best fertilizer. In the vegans, they say all plant-based, but when you go away from the cow fertilizer, you're left with the chemical stuff, or from the industry of the cow slaughter and like that, stuff like that. That's what they use for organic farms. Anyhow, sorry to go a little long on that.
No problem.
It's a crazy world, yeah.
Yes. Okay, let's continue on from the reading. But yeah, no, this is really an important topic. Okay, considering oneself the servant of all. Once, the mother of Sri Gajanana Tapariyaji, who had contributed to the entire cost of the construction of our Kolkata Math's Kirtan Hall, the Natya Mandir, she donated a red cow and her white calf for the service of the Math, while Guru Maharaj was away on a preaching tour. I kept that cow in the Kolkata Math, where construction work was still underway. When Guru Maharaj returned from his preaching tour and reached the previous Kolkata branch of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math on Rasbihari Avenue, where the residents of the Math were staying while the new Math was being constructed, he heard about the new cow and said to me, "Serving cows is excellent, but in a city like Kolkata, how and where will she be able to stay? Our Math is quite small." I replied, if 40 devotees can stay in the Math, we can certainly make room for one cow. Guru Maharaj said, It would be great if you could look after a cow here. Then, not only Thakurji, but my godbrothers also would receive pure milk when they visit here. Guru Maharaj then asked the Bandhari, the in charge of the supply room, how much milk does the cow give in the morning and in the evening? The Bandhari replied, 10 liters in the morning and 5 in the evening. My God, 15 liters a day? Guru Maharaj turned to me and asked, do you allow the calf to drink enough milk, or do you allow him to drink just a little and take the rest for yourselves? I replied, I cannot be certain whether the calf drinks until his stomach is full, but his face and body told me that he does not experience any discomfort. Guru Maharaj became very satisfied to hear this. The next morning, Guru Maharaj came to the place where the red cow and her tranquil calf were staying to have their darshan, after which he offered them dandavat pranams and flower garlands. He then called the Bandhari and said, I have come unprepared. I do not have any food to offer the cows. Go to Ganguram Maravadi sweet shop and bring the best available sandesh. When the Bandhari brought the sandesh sweets, Guru Maharaj very blissfully fed them to the cow and her calf with his very own hands, the best quality sandesh. Later, Guru Maharaj went around the Math and inquired about what the cows were being fed, which containers were being used to feed them, which utensils were being used to extract milk, and other questions, after which he personally examined everything. He then extensively glorified the beauty of the red cow and her white calf. Whenever a festival would take place at the Math on Rasbihari Avenue, Guru Maharaj would include special items for the cow and her calf when making a list of all the items needed for the festival. Wow, that's really nice. Whenever there's a big festival, he would get all these big special things. He had to include special items for the cow and her calf as well. It's beautiful. Actually, where I'm, yes, Kishore Krishna, cow dung is great. Where I'm staying in Navadvip, Subalsaka, Subalsaka really wants to get a cow. I was saying, I was kind of against the idea because then we'll be tied to the place. We wouldn't ever be able to leave. It's a big responsibility, but I don't know. He's really kind of set on it, so I think it might happen. We might have our own cow. Ignoring hostility, recognizing service rendered. Śrīmad Krishna Prem Das Babaji Maharaj, a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, was the manager of a Math in, I don't know how you say that, Mymensingh, now part of Bangladesh. And he later established an ashram in Mayapur. Once, when he went to the Medinipur area for preaching, he somehow slipped and injured his tailbone. After his injury, he sought help at our Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math branch in Kolkata on Rasbihari Avenue, which Guru Maharaj had established in a rented home. I admitted Srila Babaji Maharaj to Shambhunath Hospital, where I knew one doctor, Dr. Brahma, who arranged for an X-ray examination of his tailbone. Later, when Srila Babaji Maharaj was discharged from the hospital, he spent a few days at the Ayurvedic Ashtanga Hospital, after which he returned back to his ashram in Mayapur. During his time under our care, we served him to the best of our abilities. In his Mayapur ashram, Srila Babaji Maharaj would proudly proclaim, "We are the children of the lion Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. We are afraid of no one." It also came to my attention that he had made critical remarks about Guru Maharaj. Srila Babaji Maharaj had made a deal with a worker to extract juice from the date trees growing on the property of his ashram. As compensation for his labor, the worker would receive half of the total juice he collected. However, the worker was wicked-hearted and wanted to keep everything for himself. He told Srila Babaji Maharaj, "You are a Babaji, a renounced person. Of what use is this juice to you?" When he refused to yield after repeated requests, they had heated arguments and a fierce fight. That wicked worker struck Srila Babaji Maharaj very hard with a stick and badly injured him. Sri Gauradas Prabhu, a disciple of Śrīmad Bhakti Saranga Gosvāmī Maharaj, sent news to me saying, "The lion's child has been hit by a jackal. Please go and help him if you can." When I arrived at Srila Krishna Prem Das Babaji Maharaj's ashram, he narrated the entire story to me. Afterward, Sri Gauradas Prabhu and I went to the police station and brought a police officer to meet Srila Babaji Maharaj and resolve the issue. Later, I wrote a letter to Guru Maharaj informing him about the incident. In his reply, he wrote, "You should serve Sri Krishna Prem Das Babaji Maharaj suitably and fulfill all his requirements by using the resources of our mat." I wrote back, "Although we previously served him nicely in Kolkata, he began making derogatory comments against you as soon as he returned to Mayapur. He often uses bitter language too. I have thus lost all Shraddha, all faith in him, and have no inclination to serve him." Guru Maharaj again sent a reply, "I will be highly pleased by your flawless service to Sri Babaji Maharaj." I responded, "It is only for your pleasure that I shall continue to serve him and do my very best to satisfy him without making any mistakes. However, it will not be possible for me to serve him with my full heart." On the order of Guru Maharaj, I served Srila Krishna Prem Das Babaji Maharaj, who eventually recovered from his injuries. Later, he wrote a letter to Guru Maharaj stating, "Although with a bitter tongue I have spoken disrespectfully to your disciples, they served me very sincerely with full efforts. I wish to hand over my Mayapur ashram to you. I request you to kindly accept it." I read Srila Babaji Maharaj's letter to Guru Maharaj, who dictated his reply to me. He dictated his reply for me to transcribe. "You have written that you wish to offer your Mayapur ashram to me, but we already have a mat in Mayapur. I do not wish to have two establishments at one place. Please offer your ashram to another godbrother of ours who does not have a mat in Mayapur. Please know that it was not out of a desire to own your ashram that we served you. Truthfully, I have no interest in taking your ashram. It is only because you possess deep, unflinching faith in Srila Prabhupada that you are an object of our most sincere service." As I listened to Guru Maharaj's dictation, my hand stopped writing, and tears flowed from my eyes. I was reminded of a verse written by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. "Prabhu ko he bhattacharya koro ho vichar, gurur kinkar hoy manya se amar." That's Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 10.142. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, O Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, consider this. The servant of the Guru is always respectable for me. Wow, I always wonder, this line is quoted so often. Guru kinkar hoy manya se amar. Well, there's a different version. But anyways, it basically means the same thing. And now I know where it is. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 10.142. The servant of the Guru is always respectable for me. So everyone, we should see them in relation to Gurudev. Even if they're harsh to us, if they're no matter whatever their faults are. But everyone has, we see them in relation, not about from their faults, but how much they love or how much they serve Shri Guru. And somebody's love for their Guru is something that's not perceptible to us. Also, it's beyond our comprehension. It's so deep inside, nobody can see it. And so we should give honor to everybody like that. Hearing my most worshipful Guru Maharaj glorifying a godbrother who had previously criticized him, I realized that the true meaning of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj's words was manifesting in front of me. Although I had previously read this verse many times, I had not experienced its actual meaning until that moment. I'm just saving this part, just so that I can... This is really important. Okay, so now he continues. Upon remembering this incident, another consideration about Guru Maharaja's most exemplary conduct comes to my mind. He never thought it necessary to respond to anyone's hostile behavior toward him. Instead, he always considered those who nurtured deep, sincere devotion to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada as respectable and worthy of his sincerest service. Nowadays, however, this type of vision is lacking among many devotees. In fact, the opposite consideration is mostly seen. It does not matter how closely and to what extent one may have previously served his Gurudev and Guru Vargas. If presently such a devotee is not favorable toward me, or does not support me in spite of my countless faults, then what is the need for me to serve him? Why should I maintain any relationship with him? In fact, he is an offender and is unworthy of being served. That's how people feel nowadays. But we see the complete opposite in the life of Srila Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj. I love this. Serving his detractors. Oh, I haven't looked at the comments in a while. 1 second, let me just check. Oh, cool. So Rukmini Didi, she authored a book with Urmila Mataji, and it's called Career Dharma. And there's a chapter in that book called on Ahimsa Dairy in it. And it addresses objections systematically. Okay. Serving his detractors. Okay, so more on this. I really like this topic. Serving his detractors. Śrīmad Guru Das Babaji Maharaj, a disciple of Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, used to reside at Sri Chaitanya Mat in Mayapur. Once, when Guru Maharaj was engaged in the service of preaching in Nawabganj, a small town near Kolkata, Srila Guru Das Babaji Maharaj, with concealed intentions, cunningly told all the renunciate disciples of Guru Maharaj, "Your Guru Maharaj has sent a message ordering you all to immediately pack your bags and depart for Nawabganj. He requires the assistance of many devotees to hold a large Nagar Sankirtan there. After his preaching program there is complete, he will proceed on a long preaching tour to many distant places, and you shall all accompany him." We already read about this in the day before yesterday, I think. Hearing his words, Sri Bhagavan Das, now Pujapad Bhakti Niketan Turyashrami Maharaj, Pujapad Asha Maharaj, and many other renunciate disciples of Guru Maharaj immediately left Mayapur for Nawabganj. Upon their arrival, Guru Maharaj asked, "Why have you come here? I have not called for you." After hearing the whole story, he realized the truth behind Sri Guru Das Babaji Maharaj's intentions. With all the devotees present, the Nagar Sankirtan was a great success. Later, Guru Maharaj went to Kolkata on his own and arranged for a rented house. He then called for all the devotees who had come to Nawabganj, telling them, he told them to all come stay with him. There, they were all engaged in service. So, in other words, Guru Das Babaji Maharaj was trying to kick everybody out. Right? That's what we read previously. And so he made that excuse to try to get everybody out of the mat. Sri Guru Das Babaji Maharaj eventually moved to Sri Purushottam Gaudiya Math, the Puri branch of Sri Chaitanya Math, despite the fact that he would often tell people, "I have little faith in the devotees residing in Sri Chaitanya Math." Because of this lack of trust, he would give all the donations he received to the disciples of Śrīmad Bhaktivilas Gobastinemi Gosvāmī Mahārāja for safekeeping. Once, Srila Guru Das Babaji Maharaj underwent eye surgery at the district hospital in Puri. While there, he sent a message through a devotee for Śrīmad Bhakti Prapanna Dandi Goswami Maharaj, a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and me, requesting us to meet him. When we arrived at the hospital, he told me, "I am in need of 2 devotees to stay and look after me while I am in the hospital, one in the daytime and one in the night. Please arrange this for me." I thus requested my godbrothers, Sri Lakshman Prabhu and Sri Yashoda Jivan Prabhu, to serve Srila Babaji Maharaj during the night and during the day and night, respectively. I think it's supposed to be Lakshman, but in Bengali you say Lokhon. When I wrote a letter to Guru Maharaj informing him about this matter, he replied, "I am highly pleased to hear that you are all properly serving Sri Guru Das Babaji Maharaj. Because he is connected to Srila Prabhupada, he is worthy of our service. Please use the resources of our mat to see that all his requirements are met during his stay in the hospital. I am fully aware of the dire financial position of the Puri mat and will be sending you the funds very soon." As per the desire of Guru Maharaj, we arranged for Srila Guru Das Babaji Maharaj's prasad from our mat, as well as everything else he required. When Srila Babaji Maharaj was released from the hospital, he did not go back to Sri Purushottam Gaudiya Math, but rather expressed his desire to stay with us in our Puri branch of Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math. In the Math, a new room with an attached bathroom had recently been built for Śrīmad Bhakti Hriday Ban Goswami Maharaj during his attendance of the Sri Vyas Puja celebrations of Srila Prabhupada. We arranged for Srila Guru Das Babaji Maharaj to stay in that very room. After the surgery, Babaji Maharaj was prescribed black glasses, which made it difficult for him to see. Once, while honoring prasad in the mat, Srila Babaji Maharaj came across Sri Bhagavan Das. But because his black glasses obscured his vision, he could not make out who was in front of him. He asked, "Who are you?" Sri Bhagavan Das replied, "I am the very same Bhagavan Das whom you cunningly drove out of Srivas Angan in Mayapur." Hearing his harsh words, and he's just stating the facts, he's not stating anything, Hearing his harsh words, Srila Babaji Maharaj turned to Śrīmad Bhakti Prapanna Dandi Goswami Maharaj and said, "Just see how bitterly this brahmachari is speaking to me. Mādhava Maharaj would never use such words." Srila Dandi Goswami Maharaj replied, "Babaji Maharaj, it is certainly true that Sri Mādhava Maharaj would never speak in such a manner. He is a pure realized Vaishnav. But there is a gulf of difference between his position and the position of Bhagavan Das. Why do you expect there not to be a visible difference in their words as well? Moreover, Bhagavan Das has not yet said anything untrue." The import of this narration is that whenever the opportunity presented itself, Guru Maharaj eagerly rendered service even to those who were against him. He served such persons not only on his own, but he engaged his disciples in their service also. Wow. This is just amazing. Okay, let's just see how long this section is in Invaluable Spiritual Teachings. Okay, it looks kind of long, but maybe we can just read a couple sections from here. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's see what they are. We make mendicants, not businessmen, gently correcting his disciples, serving by helping others serve. Okay. Let's just... Invaluable Spiritual Teachings. We make mendicants, not businessmen. Guru Mahārāja acquired land in Śrīmad Mayapur for the purpose of establishing a branch of Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math. In those times, land was very inexpensive. One man, Sri Ram Narayan of Bhojanagar, was greatly devoted to Guru Mahārāja and had rendered immense service for Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math in Kolkata. When he saw the land Guru Mahārāja had acquired in Mayapur, he told Guru Mahārāja, "If you were to kindly allow me, I could enroll a few persons as members of your math and charge them a reasonable membership fee. In this way, we would raise funds for the construction and maintenance of the math. Additionally, the soil of this land is highly suitable for making bricks. Moreover, regardless of how much soil you use, the soil will always be replenished when the Ganga floods during the rainy season. If you allow me to establish a brick factory here once you lay the foundation stone, I could arrange for the workforce and whatever else would be required. You would only have to appoint one person to sit at the cash counter and manage the accounting. Profits made from the brick factory could be used to initially construct the boundary walls. Later, the deity room, temple hall, and the devotees' residence could all be very easily constructed without the need to seek out any donations." In response to Sri Ram Narayan Ji's suggestion, Guru Mahārāja said, While your proposal is certainly excellent for making a poor man rich, it will not be possible for me to accept it. Our mission is to turn rich persons into mendicants and to provide all spiritual seekers who have taken shelter in the math with an opportunity to become completely dependent on Sri Krishna and thereby become a kinchana. I like that. We're making rich people. This could make a poor man rich, but we are making. Our mission is to turn rich persons into mendicants. Though a kinchana is generally taken to mean without possessions, here a means Krishna and kinchana means wealth. In other words, we aim to enable such persons to accept Sri Krishna as their only wealth and to strengthen their character most appropriately by instilling in them the inclination to perform nirguna bhiksha, or begging alms, not as an act of enjoyment performed under the influence of the three modes of material nature, but for the sole purpose of keeping the body connected with the soul, so that one may continue performing service to Bhagavan and his devotees. It is not our objective to lead them to the endless journey of material karma by making them dependent on some property, guest house, or any other business, thus nourishing their false pride of being the doer. Currently, we are directly witnessing and experiencing the reason of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given the instruction that Vaishnavas should not construct mats and temples. The opulence of such institutions will always attract persons who join with the intention of enjoying sense gratification. Instead of diminishing, their sense enjoyment only strengthens more and more as time passes. Despite this, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada established many mats because he fully understood the true innermost desire of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Srila Prabhupada said, "We will build mats and temples in order to provide all those who desire to engage in bhakti with an opportunity to serve and hear the pure message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even if only a couple such persons are inclined to join, our mission will be successful." Following these words of Srila Prabhupada, we too have begun constructing mats. Srila Prabhupada forewarned, a storm is approaching in the Gaudiya Math. Although an empty husk externally appears similar to paddy, it is devoid of grain and shall therefore always be useless. Tushava Gatinam, I think that's what it is. However, the actual paddy, that is, the true followers of the Math, shall reach far and wide and lead to they shall lead to the growth and expansion of the Gaudiya Math, thus resulting in the topmost welfare of all people. Never, under any circumstance, become unenthusiastic or fearful in your performance of Hari Bhajan and your chanting of Harinam. Although disturbances may come and sense enjoyers may remain attached to the objects of their senses, those who sincerely desire to perform bhajan shall make use of the opportunity provided by the Math to associate with sadhus, and thus progress on the path of bhakti. Therefore, to the extent feasible, we should refrain from the hostile act of providing others with easy access to sense gratification. Wow, this is great. I want to save just one thing from here. Okay, there. And then this point here. Anyways, I'll come back to this. Now, gently correcting his disciples. Guru Mahārāja had great taste for hearing Hari Katha. Wherever he stayed, he would organize programs and invite many of his godbrothers to speak. Actually, maybe this would be a good place to end, because I think serving others by helping others to serve, well, Hari Katha is meant to be heard carefully. Oh no, I'll read this part and then we can end. Guru Mahārāja had great taste for hearing Hari Katha. Wherever he stayed, he would organize programs and invite many of his godbrothers to speak. He would not only listen to their Hari Katha himself, but would also encourage others to take advantage of the rare opportunity of hearing such discourses. Guru Mahārāja would also listen very attentively when his disciples would speak Hari Katha. If someone among them explained a siddhanta appropriately, he would praise him, and if someone's explanation of a siddhanta was erroneous, he would privately call him and correct the mistake with love and affection. Once, my godbrother, Sri Gauranga Prasad Brahmachari, now Srila Bhakti Saurabh Acharya Mahārāja, mentioned a verse in his Hari Katha. Bhaktistu bhagavar bhakta sangena parijayate satsanga prapyate pumbhi sukritai purvasanchitai. It's a definition of what is sukriti and the fruit of associating with devotees. Brihanardiya Puran 433. Bhakti is awakened by associating with the devotees of Bhagavan. The association of Shuddha Bhaktas is attained only by the previous accumulation of spiritually pious activities. Only when our sukriti builds up and once it gets to a sufficient amount, then we'll get the association of Shuddha Bhaktas, by which bhakti is attained. He defined the term sukritai purvasanchitai as sukriti accumulated from the activities of previous births. Guru Mahārāja heard this explanation from his courtyard. Later, Guru Mahārāja called for him and asked, "Does this mean that one cannot attain sadhusanga as a result of sukriti accumulated in this very lifetime?" No, it does not mean this. He certainly can attain it. Therefore, the term sukritai purvasanchitai in this verse means previously earned sukriti, not sukriti earned in previous births. Okay, this one's very short. We can read this one as well. Serving by helping others serve. Guru Mahārāja would often tell his sevaks, Many of you are highly qualified to perform a great many services. Although you are all individually capable of serving Sri Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas, still, engaging others in service is much more significant than serving alone. By engaging others in service according to their individual capacities, you are helping them progress in Hari Bhakti. This is the best means of bestowing true honor upon others. When a sevak is able to engage others in this way, it assists him in chanting Hari Nam with a pure heart. Oh, this is a great point. I'm going to save this one, and okay, we can end here. I'll do Mahamantra. We can do a little Mahamantra, and then, hey, why is it there? Hey, what the heck is going on? It's not letting, oh, whatever. Okay. All right, so we'll continue reading this section, and we'll read from this part a few principles of life in the Math. Read from this point on, starting tomorrow. No, this evening. This evening at 5:30 p.m. I will read from here. Trying to think of a Mahamantra melody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. Kishore Prabhu, could you do
जय
Dayita?
सब्रिकार शिशि गौरंग गण हरि विदा गिरिध्वरि राधा विनोद बिहरि राधा नयना राधा रमन बिहरि राधा माधव शिशि सचिनानंद गौर हरि राधा दमदार जीव की जय श्री श्री गौर सुंदर राधा नयनाथ जीव की जय जय श्री गोविंद गोविनाथ मरण मोहन जीव की जय जय नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णु पार परमहंस प्रिय ब्रजसार वरि अष्टोत्तरस्त श्रीमद् भक्ति विज्ञान शिल भारती गोस्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद परमहंस सवरीव्रजचार्य पर्यास्तोत्रस्तशिष्यमान् भक्तिवेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज पावन गुरुदेव की जय। जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रस्तशिष्यमान् भक्तिबल तीर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रस्तशिष्यमान् भक्तिवेदांत वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रस्तशिष्यमान् भक्तिवेदांत विक्रम गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र शिष्यमान ऐसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद और वोल्केनिक एनर्जी वक्मी परवार अष्टोत्र शिष्यमान भक्ति दयिता माधव गोस्वामी परम गुरु महाराज की जय। शिष्यमान भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी परम गुरु महाराज की जय। जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र शिष्यमान भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज परम गुरुदेव की जय। जय नत्यालेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र शिष्यमान जगद्गुरु शिव ऋषभानावि दयितराज शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। स्वप्रकाश शिल प्रभुपाद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर की जय। नित्यालील प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद महापरम भगवत परवार परमहंस अवधूत कुल शिरोमणि अष्टोत्तरस्त श्री श्रीमार गौर किशोर दास बाबूजी महाराज की जय। जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद सप्तम गोस्वामी अष्टोत्तरस्त शिष्यमाद सचिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाशय की जय। जय नत्यलेल प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद वैष्णव सर्वम अष्टोत्तरस्त शिष्यमाद जगन्नाथ बाबूजी महाशय की जय। सूर्य कुंडवासी सिद्ध शिलमर संदस पक्षी महाराज की जय। श्री उर्वरास उदरानदास की जय। गौर वेदांताचार्य शिशुमार बलदेव विभूषण प्रभु की जय। महामहोपरियाय रसिक शिरोमणि शिल विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर पार की जय। शिशिल रसिकानंद मुरारी प्रभु की जय। शिशिल रामचंद्र कविराज की जय। श्री लोचन दास ठाकुर की जय। शिल नरोत्तम श्रीनिवास श्यामानंद प्रभु त्राय की जय। जय श्री शिल कृष्ण कविराज गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। यश अवतार अर्का विशल वृंदावन दास ठाकुर की जय। श्री अष्टकविराज वसुर जानव नित्यानंद तुरस गोपाल श्री चौषति महंत की जय। जय श्री रूप श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शर गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर रमानंद लोकनाथ गर्भ अति गौर परिसार वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिव श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री शैल ईश्वर पुरी गोस्वामी पाद की जय। श्री शैल मारवेंद्र पुरी गोस्वामी पाद की जय। श्री अंतर्द्वीप मायापुर समन्दिप गौद्रमदीप मध्यदीप कौलेदीप ऋतुदीप जानुदीप मातृद्रमादीप रुद्रादीप मात्मक श्री नावद्वीप धाम की जय। श्री एक चक्र धाम की जय। श्री शांतिपुर धाम की जय। श्री गौरचंद्र भगवान की जय। जय श्री श्री गौर गदाधर की जय। जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्णा गोपीनाथ गोपी गोपा गौ गिर गोवर्धन वर्षत्वनात्माक श्री ब्रजमंगल धाम की जय। जय श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गंग सखी आमन सखी तुलसी भक्ति देवी की जय। जय उच्चेश्वरी ब्रजेश्वरी वृंदावनेश्वरी रसेश्वरी वृषभानुनंदिनी श्रीमती राधारानी ठाकुरानी की जय। जय श्री ललिता विशाख चित्र चंपक लतंग विद्या इंदुलेख रंग देवी सुदेवी अरि सख्य वृंद की जय। जय श्री अनंग प्रेम मंजुलाली श्री रूप लमंग राग विलस गुण रति कस्तूरी कमल नयन मणि अरि मंजारी वृंद की जय। जय श्रीमती वृंद देवी की जय। जय श्री भगवती पूर्णमासी योगमाय देवी की जय। जय श्री गोपीश्वर सर शिव महादेव की जय। जय राधा परंकित धाम श्री वृंदावन की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा सुदर्शन चक्र नीलमारव जू की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ पुरी पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र मंडल नीलाचल धाम की जय। श्री चकट पर्वत की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद जन्मस्थान की जय। जय सर्वा विघ्ना विनाशन करे भक्त विघ्ना विनाश श्रीन्द्र सिंह देव की जय। जय भक्तराज भक्त प्रवर शिवलाल महाराज की जय। शिवलाल लक्ष्मीन्द्र सिंह देव की जय। जय श्री चरिताम चरि संप्रदाय चर्योचार्य की जय। जय श्री मध्वार मनोज विष्णु स्वामी निम्बदित्य चर्याचार्य की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर महाशय की जय। जय कर्मतरा श्री चैतन्य मार की जय। जय श्री गौरीमार वृंद की जय। जय ग्रंथरा श्रीमार भगवताम भगवद गीता चैतन्य चरितामृत चैतन्य भगवत जैव धर्म आदि सर्व गौरी वैष्णव ग्रंथ वृंद की जय। त्रिभुवन मंगल श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। त्रिभुवन मंगल श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन धर्म की जय। त्रिभुवन मंगल धन्य गल ब्रह्म श्री हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। महामंत्र की जय। श्री आनंद करी वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री समकट गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री श्री राधा दमदार जीव की जय। श्री यशोद दमदार जीव की जय। श्री दमद्रष्ट काम की जय। श्री सत्यव्रत मुनि की जय। श्री एकादशी देवी की जय। जय श्री सुरभि गो वृंद की जय। जय श्री सुरभि देनु वृंद की जय। जय श्री गोविंद गोपाल श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। जय परम गुरुदेव नित्यलीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद हर अष्टोत्रस्त श्री श्रीमद वोल्केनिक एनर्जी शिल भक्ति दयिता माधव गोस्वामी परम गुरु महाराज की जय। जय शिशुमार गौर किशोर दास भविष्य महाशय की जय। जय श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रददेवी सत्वत्याय नमो नमः। वंशाकल्पतरुश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Dandavat pranams, dear devotees. Hare Krishna, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Shubhananda Prabhu, Krishna Mai Didi, Champak Mataji, Kishore Krishna Prabhu. And then let's see on YouTube and Facebook, there is Prajumna Prabhu, Mantaramurti Mataji, Ganga Mataji, Rukmini Didi, Vidya Lalasa Didi. Yeah, it's Ganga Mataji, already mentioned there. Yeah. Alright, Dandavat Pranams, everybody. And I see there's a bunch of other people, but I only see your names if you write a comment. So, thank you so much for joining this reading, and I'm going to go live again at 5:30 p.m. I already scheduled it. You'll see it on YouTube if you want to see a countdown for when it starts. Yeah, and we'll read more from this book, Volcanic Energy. The reason I'm trying to get through the whole book very quickly right now is so that we can continue reading from A Life of Devotion on Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj's Disappearance Day, and I'd like to finish that book. And, but I do think, because like in this reading there was so many like very, very like beautiful, important instructions that I want to keep. And sometimes when we have too many instructions altogether, it's like hard to catch everything. And so like we're doing this reading one time through, but I would love in the future to, go through this again, maybe even more slowly, and just spend more time on each thing. And but I think this program of reading about the lives of our Guru Varga, I think I want this to be kind of like a nitya thing, an eternal thing that doesn't stop, so we could, we'll just keep on going forever. Because I've been getting so much nourishment just every day hearing something about our acharyas. It's really, for me, it's the most inspiring thing in my spiritual life, hearing about the lives of our acharyas, and so I want to continue doing this. So many different biographies of Srila Prabhupada, and but then we'll come back to this again. So this isn't the only time we're reading Volcanic Energy.
That
right.
sounds great. Great.
Awesome. I'm glad you like it. Cool.
And perhaps we can clarify many times devotees think that Prabhupada is just a basic thing, and then the teachings are much deeper and they go farther. they go further. So we should, and they accuse the same thing that to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, that he would cut jungles of, Mayavad and Sunyavadi, impersonalism and Buddhism. But Prabhupada gave everything. So it would be good to find, and I keep finding, if you study in depth, you can, and I know too, from even simple prayers, like Prabhupada some of his brothers said, why are you giving such a high prayer of Tulsi Maharani, in which such prayer, we have it actually in Gita Gucha and the songbook, and our Sangha songbook. And when it's actually said, I want to be a Manjari, I want to be serving Radha Krishna conjugal in that manner. So anyhow,
in Param Gurudev's Bengali Gaudiya Gita Gucha, that other Tulsi Gurukuma Kirtan is there, but then he writes underneath it, he writes Adhikari Bhede, I think. Like, this is reserved for those of qualification, this is for people who have qualification to sing this. But he and Srila Prabhupada gave that to everybody. And so, Srila Prabhupada very
qualified
much
us.
and so many places in Chaitanya Charitamrita, his explanation, nothing could be higher than that. Like his explanations of that, he tells the very topmost thing very clearly. But
and so Gurudev Narayana Maharaj would say to me, to my wife sometimes, and actually to some few devotees too, says, they accuse me of being like exposing something too high, and he said, but I'm just following. Say, look at Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. He reveals, and it's interesting to see, because in ISKCON, when I go and I try to point that to devotees, it's like those prayers, they automate, they blah, 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 in the morning, it's like a program, and it's just chanted like an automated, repeat thing. And it's funny how, it is like a natural filter occurs, that those who are they don't want to go deeper, they just repeat it, they don't understand it, and then, so they don't see that Prabhupada was in the highest, ras, and he was propounding that. And I just saw a lecture by Srila Gurudev Narayana Maharaj, where he says Prabhupada came, to those who don't, to stay at a certain level, they think he only came to give Harinam and the glories of Harinam, but he came to give actually what Lord Chaitanya gave. And so, and many times, the other thing Gurudev told me, he said, many of these things are like reverse psychology. Is that when you don't have it. He said, when you have a child, and I noticed this in that, if you say something, don't do that, it's just they're gonna go for it. So you do emphasis on no.
Yes. Also, one thing, there are plenty of quotes, plenty of examples of Gurudev telling devotees not to take these high things cheaply. And it also wasn't like Gurudev was constantly speaking about the highest topics. He always, so many times, how many times have we heard him speak about Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj and Ambarish Maharaj and all these, very essential things. But one thing is, sometimes when something's going too far one way, there was a conception with many devotees in ISKCON and in other places also, that we should never even touch the 10th canto, or we should never, we're not qualified to sing any of these songs that Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes about Radha and Krishna. No, we should just focus on only Sharanagati and people. But this is what Mahaprabhu came to give. And if you're saying that, I'll never be qualified and I'll never be able to see what Mahaprabhu came to give, and oh no, these topics are too, then what are we here for? Like that's they're missing the whole purpose of like why we're aspiring to be Rupanugas. Like, and so because there was this idea was so prevalent, so Srila Gurudev, he had to push back extra hard against this point. So sometimes Gurudev does go a bit hard, like bit heavy, talking about, those who do not want to hear Raslila are namaparadis. Like we see Gurudev like pushing extra hard because it was, when something goes too far one way, you have to push extra hard for it to move the other way at all.
Yes, the pendulum. And I witnessed this on Gurudev too, that one time we were celebrating, actually Gaur Punim, we stayed in Giras, Gaudiama, and Govardhan. And for some days prior to that, we were talking very rasik, very tasty things, But then he got serious, and then it was all mana shiksha, very mana shiksha, and nature of instruction, and like that, just got us there. And so then the gurus are like they're doctors, and we're the patients. So they know what to do and what to apply and and not everybody. I have in my family, some of them very famous doctors, and one of them was a professor, and he coined the holistic approach, meaning that he takes into consideration everything about that person. It's not that to everybody you give, okay, they have pain, so you give this amount of medicine to everybody. No, each one is different, and to some you cannot give them but like maybe a fourth of the pill, and to others they might need 2 pills. And so that's the expertise of a doctor, a born doctor. And our acharyas, they didn't inherit the title because of some external thing. They fit the title acharya because of who they are. Mm-hmm. And my uncle would say, doctors are born, they're not. All the rest of them are like technicians. They go to college and university and they get their degrees, and they not all can diagnose. Diagnosis is a very difficult thing. So they're born acharyas like that. So anyhow, sorry, go ahead.
Gurudev spoke very appropriately according to the audience. One thing also, I think why sometimes people have this understanding that I think lots of times some of Gurudev's disciples would not be properly representing Gurudev. And the reason I think is because when Gurudev would speak about higher topics, and he never spoke about anything that was too intimate, like secret, nothing, things that we don't see in the writings of Srila Prabhupada and stuff. Gurudev didn't speak, but whenever he'd speak about these higher topics, it was so sweet and so juicy and so beautiful that devotees would just like highlight that. And then like spread that around, and then people thought that Gurudev was only talking about these things, and it wasn't actually like, right. Occasionally Gurudev would touch on these things to show what our goal is, and like this is what we're aspiring for, and it would have all these, but then devotees would take that top high thing that Gurudev would give like little drops of, and then they would just like spread that all around, and then people would get the idea that, oh, this is all that Gurudev's speaking about, and then it would, but it wasn't actually. And people just couldn't help themselves because it was so sweet.
And their message is we had to read everything. We had to learn, go thoroughly, be a good student, in this sense, a disciple, a serious one. There's 3 types of listeners, one of them is very attentive, but the superior one is the one that not only attentively drinks all that through there, but is taking notes, is studying, is getting very serious and deep into. And so nobody sees that, and very rarely you see that in disciples of Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON. So like you said, and then they don't see the gradual. Like Prabhupada said, Chaitanya Charitamrita is a postgraduate study. It's how you get your PhD.
Yes.
And he never said, no, don't read. I was there in his presence when he said, and I will Another time it was very heavy into, we had to distribute books because he encouraged them. He asked the disciples, so what is book distribution? And of course, the disciples didn't dare to say any answer. And Prabhupada said, it's the spreading of wisdom, if Krishna's wisdom is, and the devotees' wisdom, like 6 Gosvāmī, something like that. So Prabhupada, in the presence of all these devotees in assembly, he announced that he was now going into the 10th canto. And he said it's going to be so voluminous. Maybe it'll be about 22 or more books. And everybody in the front row, of course, they were the book distributors per excellence, and they all get, Jai Prabhupada, yeah, we will distribute them for you. And there was an uproar in the whole temple. It was a Jai, we're going to distribute. When they come down, Prabhupada said, and you're not going to read it? He said, and then he looked around at the whole place and he said, you're young enough that you can read all my books at least 3 more times.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So you'll find how Rasik, how much, in depth and like that is sitting there like that. And some say that there's only one time mention of Manjari, the word Manjari or Kenkari in Prabhupada's books. But he describes them in different ways.
Yes.
So, instructions. So yeah, I just thought of like clarifying something that has been going around. Is that sometimes, they form, dear God sister, and some group of devotees in Los Angeles, they only wanted to read the 10th canto. They only wanted to read about rasa dance, and they discarded all the rest. So we had the tendency to, in the West, go pendulum, like, one go swing one way and then swing the other way. And when there was the other way, and Prabhupada put a stop to that, because they weren't doing it,
Exactly.
correctly. They didn't understand, and so and Gurudev
time,
one
place, and
time.
circumstance. Sometimes you need to push against one way of like what you're saying, and sometimes it needs to be pushed the other way, depending on what the culture is. But I that totally makes sense.
But the thing about Nixon, I had a godbrother there. He now passed away, but he lived here. He lost many years of his life. And so, and actually, he was a shiksha. He had to hide that he had been. He was a shiksha disciple of Srila Gurudev Narayan Maharaj. So that would allow him to speak, and so he did speak. And this was some years ago, and they had some resolution that you couldn't use the word prem, you couldn't use the word love, and he did it many times. So he came and he got reprimanded very heavily. But the authorities. So they swing both ways like that. But so anyhow,
I have a meeting at 9:00 scheduled with somebody else, so I better go soon. But Kishore wrote, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada said that Chaitanya Charitamrita is even higher than Śrīmad Bhagavatam. And Gurudev said that I don't want to make these things cheap. Then Kishore gave another quote. Srila Prabhupada said, so as Gopijana Vallabha, his only business is to protect Gopijana. So our Krishna consciousness movement is how to become one of the Gopijana. Wow, beautiful. Amazing. Okay, great.
There's an amazing lecture by Prabhupada I just heard. Real quickly, sorry, you had to go. But it's 1969, or no, probably maybe earlier, in Radhastami. And Prabhupada goes over and over and over again how to establish that about brahmacharya and tapasya before starting to talk about Haladini Shakti and who is Radharani. And then he goes back and like that. He says, so now that he establishes that the Sanat Kumars, how great personalities the brahmacharya. See, if these personalities that abhor, this material sex enjoyment are totally into the enjoyment of the intimate passions of Sri Radha Krishna, he said that then there is something that's a signal that they are not mundane. Anyhow, it's a lecture worth looking for. It's a little very poor recording. It's very old, but it's a Radhastami occasion. It's 68 or something like that. It could be earlier.
Yeah, Great.
Hari
Great.
Bol.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Madhukara, the greetings.
Dandavat
Well,
pranams.
to all, Prabhu. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
pranams, everybody. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna.